nothing, something.
What is it?
A brilliant white light.
How pretty.
Now, hold that light against a prism. You see, instantly it fans out into a vivid spectrum of colors. Each color seems distinct, yet every hue originates from the same source. Consciousness is that pure light. The dream is the manifest play of colors, and the dreamer is the prism itself, a dynamic, transformative medium through which the singular light of being appears as many different experiences. Ancient teachings remind us that beneath the everyday chatter of our thoughts, there lies an immutable awareness, reaching which requires lifetimes, or just a moment. But who is the subject of that awareness? In traditions from Advaita Vedanta to Zen, this is described as the unconditioned self, a vast, all-encompassing presence that is both the container and the content of all experience. Our mind comes up with so many questions. Why is it light? What is void? What is the origin of nothing and everything? Eventually, you will find the answer to these questions. Or maybe you will find an answer that will make you forget all your previous questions. No snowflake ever falls in the wrong place. In slow motion, every flake landing exactly where it must. No hesitation, no doubt. Not a single one mutters, "Oh no, wrong spot, let me try again." The wind knows, the weight of the air, the subtle shifts in temperature, the silent negotiations between gravity and atmosphere. Every invisible factor conspires to place that one snowflake exactly where it belongs. It is as much a cosmic conspiracy as complete indifference. Your mind wants control. It wants to believe it's the master architect, that things only work out because of careful planning, manifesting, grinding. But life isn't something you engineer. It's something you move through, like a river, like the air, like, yes, snowflake. We call something wrong only because we don't yet see how it fits into the bigger pattern. Neuroscience tells us that our brains don't process objective reality. They filter raw sensory data and construct a story, one tailored to fit what we expect, believe, and focus on. You don't see reality, you see a dream filtered through the lens of you. Think of your mind as this massive, constantly shifting kaleidoscope. Every time you turn it, the patterns look different, but they all come from the same source. The colors shift, the shapes change, but it's still the same kaleidoscope. There's no outside of it. The dream you're experiencing is like the view through the kaleidoscope, ever changing, but the essence of it is always you, creating and perceiving at the same time. You're a living, breathing fractal, endlessly iterating, evolving, and recalculating. Let's jump over to the year 1307, when mystic Meister Eckhart wrote, "The eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me." Rather than a mere play on words, this idea challenges the very foundation of our dualistic thinking. According to Eckhart, the separation between the sacred and the mundane, the observer and the observed, is a veil we choose to wear. The true self, the inner spark, does not stand apart from the divine. It is the divine in all its luminous glory. Ever notice that when you're in love, the world seems brighter, music sounds better, random strangers smile at you, and even the air feels different? Nothing actually changed, except you. The dreamer shifted, and so the dream reshaped itself accordingly. We like to think we are separate from what we experience. I am me, and the world is out there. But it's far more trickier and simpler than that. Imagine you're dreaming that you're a detective solving a crime, and so you run around gathering clues, interrogating suspects, trying to uncover the hidden culprit. But the moment you wake up, you realize you were the detective, the clues and the culprit all along. Everything was happening within you, just like right now. You think you left a dream, but what if you just slipped into a higher resolution one? The consistency of the world, the routines, the so-called facts. They give you the illusion of permanence, but they're no different than the stories your mind generates when you sleep. Ancient seers saw that all of creation, from the soaring peaks of the Himalayas to the deepest recesses of the inner heart, is but a divine jest. They called it Leela. That means a play. The world is not a static reality to be conquered or lamented. It is an ever-shifting illusion and play. We, the self-aware beings stumbling through our daily rituals, are both the punchline and the audience. Our relentless search for meaning, our philosophical pondering, our art, our science, is like trying to decode an inside joke whispered by the cosmic trickster. Leela is wherein the boundaries of subject and object dissolve. The world of Maya changes continuously, because the divine Leela is a rhythmic, dynamic play. The dynamic force of the play is karma, an important concept of Indian thought. Karma means action. It is that active principle of the play, where everything is dynamically connected with everything else. The world is Maya, great illusion, the shimmering mirage, the great masquerade where everything is shifting, morphing, slipping between your fingers like sand. But why? Because reality isn't a still painting, it's a dance. And that dance is Leela, the divine play. It's not meant to be figured out, it's meant to be played with. And what fuels this eternal improv show? Karma, the pulse of movement itself. Every ripple in the ocean touches every other ripple. Every action bends the shape of the unfolding now. You don't just have karma, you are karma. You are the motion, the echo, the domino tipping itself forward. Consciousness is not thinking. Consciousness is being. You are the whole damn thing. The dreamer, the dream, and the moment the dreamer wakes up and laughs, because they were never asleep in the first place. The moment you take it all too seriously, you're lost. But the moment you play, you're free. Know yourself as nothing. Feel yourself as everything. You were never just a name or a collection of memories. What are you anyway? To define is to limit. So start seeing divine in everything. But keep it a secret, not because it's forbidden, but because the moment you speak it, it slips away. Because we have already gone beyond whatever we have words for. You can study every sacred text, meditate until you dissolve, or trace constellations of meaning in the chaos. Do it all. Know all the theories, master every technique. But when you touch a human soul, just be another human soul.